I figured as much that I wouldn't be able to stop ranting. If you had noticed the video title, you'd see the thing about the baby being smothered to death because the father just wanted to play Xbox. But I'm going to focus more about the profiting off of tragedy and why I oppose this practice. Why I oppose it greatly. So yeah, this was a very recent news article about about some baby that was smothered by his father because the baby was crying. Because yeah, when a baby cries, it's usually an indication that the baby wants something. Change its diaper, feed it, sing it a lullaby, do something. But then this man gets so fed up of the crying that he just does like the most inhumane thing I could have imagined. I didn't even think this was possible. I had to see the news article myself to believe it, and I had to hold back tears. This father suffocates the kid until a few hours later the kid dies. Now that baby won't ever get to live a proper life. Never go to school, never get to fall in love, never get to see like all the things I've seen. Unfucking believable. Exactly as Archfiend had said, if I go on about this topic, then I'll be pretty much repeating everything he had said. Everything about, well, hoping that the comet just hits us and kills us all, and that it's just unbelievable that people are actually doing this. And who knows what could happen next? Well, at least this guy has gotten arrested, so that's the only good thing I can see about it. Apparently he's going to be in jail for at least 20 years. So yeah. And then that leads me to how I feel about people profiting off of tragedy. Probably the best example would be somebody's death. In this case, a 1-year-old. In this case, it's a 1-year-old who died. And of course, I was obviously against people profiting off of tragedy in the first place, but this is an even greater tragedy than I had imagined. So yeah. Okay, so how exactly does this happen and what the hell am I talking about? On YouTube, you can monetize your videos, put ads on them, and then you make money from the video. So let's say if your video is about somebody's death or some other sort of tragic event, and you willingly enabled ads on that video, and you're making the money, then you are profiting because someone else had died. Which is probably one of the biggest and most disrespectful things I could ever possibly fathom. When someone dies, it is only proper to show them proper respect, because, yeah, especially if they're young, and now because of that, they don't get to experience life the way they should have. They are essentially robbed of their futures, and there's nothing that can be done about it to reverse it. So of course you have to show proper respect. And part of showing them proper respect would not be to go out and start making money off of them. And think about it. When someone dies, it's not just the person who died that is harmed. It's not just them that loses something or has to deal with, yeah, the families and friends, the loved ones of the dead person. They are also harmed too, psychologically. It could send them into a really deep depression. So yeah, they have to deal with pain and suffering as well. So they'll be profiting off of their pain and suffering as well as the person who had died. So yeah, this profiting off of tragedy thing, I thought it would be recent, but no. In 2010, Justina made a video called Help End Malaria, where she decided to show people her malaria hand, as in help end malaria, or a similar message like that written on the back of her hand, or she was encouraging people to do that, but yeah, it's very good that you are in fact encouraging people to fight against the cause that's killing many African children who have no way of defending themselves against it. But the thing is that she's enabled ads on the video. So yeah, those children in malaria die, and because of that, Justine makes money. Isn't that just sad when you look at it? Once you put two and two together, it just sounds so sickening. It's not just Justine has employed this tactic. In fact, there's this guy called Craft Nation. I think this is mostly what he does. When he finds out that someone had died, he makes a video about it, quote-unquote, reporting it, and monetizes it, and he makes money. Apparently, this is close to the only thing he does on his channel. He may have done other things, but I just couldn't find them. Maybe they're just flooded in the sea of videos that have to do with tragedy, that are all monetized, so he's making money from all these things. I actually did that Boston Marathon explosion vid a while ago to see how many views I get, but I would never have monetized it because, yeah, People that died, they were just trying to run a marathon, then some psychopath plants bombs, and just seriously, no way I'd be willing to profit off of that. Apparently this is all Craft Nation does anyway. So yeah, what a life you must live. You wake up, see if anyone dies, and then you go make money off it. You sick fuck. Recently, what the buck? This guy isn't very popular anymore. He used to be quite a few years ago, but since YouTube's been promoting other channels and not him, he's been losing his popularity. So people still haven't unsubscribed from him because, yeah, I guess they were just too lazy to do so. What the Buck is desperately trying to get back to where he was, and in the process makes a video where makes a video about an 11-year-old who tries to commit suicide, monetize it, and essentially he's making profit off of that. And then recently, the reason I actually made this video in the first place is because I was actually shocked when I saw Alpha Omega Sin was doing the same thing as these people. Well, I have to congratulate Archfiend for not putting ads on when he was talking about the 1-year-old that was smothered, though Alpha Omega Sin had unfortunately. I was shocked. I was actually depressed. I thought this guy was cool. In fact, he still kind of is. It seems like he does care about us. He does care about the common people and what will happen to us in the future. But I've honestly lost respect for him if he's just willing to actually profit off of a death like that. And Archfiend said in the comment that if you thought I got this story from Alpha Omega Sin, then you're wrong. I would never put ads on this video. Your blood money theory is obviously wrong. Or something along the lines of that. So yes, I'm strongly against anyone who decides to put ads on videos that have to do with people's deaths. Because they'd be making money off of that. And they really, just look into your soul. How would you feel if the only reason that you have the income that you have, if the only way you can survive in this world is because someone else had to die?